Clint here with American Patriot Defense. So we're going to talk about some gear. And the gear we're going to talk about today is belt setup. And that would be equipment belt, mainly what we would call it equipment belt or a battle belt, or potentially a duty belt if you're on a team of some sort. And what we kind of need to look at when we are setting that belt up for use. And your use may be a little bit different than my use. This is just going to be an example of a belt setup that I pretty much got dialed in like I like. So with that being said, I can't link anything because of YouTube's algorithms and YouTube. I can't link where this stuff, direct links to the sites, but I will try to post it up on our Facebook page and try to get all that information. Just stay tuned to the end. You'll get all that information from our Facebook where I'll try to link all this stuff where I got it if you like this kind of thing. Okay, so that being said, all right, the belt I've got here, this is a Blue Alpha Gear belt. You can get them from multiple different sites. I got this straight from Blue Alpha Gear. This has got a cobra buckle and a D-ring onto it. I really like this belt. It's stiff, it's rigid, it holds gear very, very well. It does come from the distributor, from the manufacturer, with a inner belt as well, Velcro inner belt. So you have an inner belt and an outer belt setup. And I order my belts just a little bit big. That way I have a little bit more webbing to be able to play with. But I really have been happy with this belt. It's got MOLLE straps on it, MOLLE loops on it, where I can put basically anything that I ever want on it, whether it's a belt connection or a MOLLE strap connection. And it works really, really well. So I'm really happy with this belt. Okay, going on, next thing, I always keep a tourniquet. I keep a couple tourniquets on me at all times, but I keep a tourniquet. This is a soft T tourniquet that I keep on with just some hair ties through the MOLLE. That way if I need it, I can grab it, rip it off. The hair ties aren't going to prevent me from actually being able to get it and use it in a timely manner, and that's going to stay on my strong side in front of my thigh. Moving over, going to my holster. This is a holster for my sidearm that has got an optics cut on it. Now, I use the Safariland holsters basically because of my occupation. I have a lot of experience with Safariland holsters. I'm used to that thumb brake on the Safariland holsters, and I really enjoy those. And it's running the ALS system, ALS thumb system, and the QLS interlocking system. So I have obviously multiple firearms that I can teach with and I use, but all my ALS holsters have a QLS system, the quick locking system, where I can interchange the holsters, and I'm staying consistent with my draw stroke, and that's why I really enjoy that system, because I can keep a little bit of consistency whenever I'm switching out to different platforms. Now, the one thing I did do, this is a G-code mid-rod mount. You can get the Safariland one. I just had this one laying around and the holes happened to match up and it worked well for me. So moving on from the holster to I keep an IFAK on the back. This IFAK is, you pull it out. I've got another tourniquet back here. I've got some surgical shears, combat gauze, some compression bandages, a couple of chest seals, and a needle for needle decompression. Most of my medical gear I get through mymedic.com because you can use your flexible spending accounts if you have those, and they will cover any medical supplies. And I try to restock on that stuff yearly. That way I can, one, use the old stuff for training, and two, know I have fresh stuff inside my kit. Okay, moving on, I have a dump pouch. I've run a couple different dump pouches from Black Hawk all the way to the larger version of this Maxpedition. I've kind of settled on the smaller version of the Maxpedition dump pouches, and I really like it a lot. It's compact. It allows me to keep partial magazines in there, and I can always feed back from those. In between the dump pouch and my magazine pouches, I've got a monkey tail, okay? And this is used, I get a lot of questions of what this is used for. And I guess if you don't really know, yes, it can be used if you have the right kind. They can be used if you're in a helicopter or some sort of aircraft, some sort, to give you some security hooked up to the helicopter or a bird. That way you don't fall out. This one is not flight rated. This one's not rated for that. I use this for weapons retention. So if I'm running a carbine or a rifle and I need to have weapons retention, I need to go hands-on for some reason, I can transition securing my weapon with the monkey tail, and I don't have to worry about my weapon, my rifle, getting in the way while I'm doing work with my hands. So really good piece of kit. It's not required, and you can actually use a bungee cord to replace it. But these aren't that expensive off Amazon or wherever you want to get them. You can just look them up as some kind of bungee strap. I just Amazon bungee cord, and multiple of these popped up, or tactical bungee cord. I think you can Google that, and you'll get something like that. As for my magazine pouches, I have a rifle, one rifle. Probably going to upgrade to a second rifle pouch and move another pistol in the front here. But these are G-Code soft shells, Scorpion soft shells. Probably the best bang for buck when it comes to taco mag pouches that I've found. There's a lot of other companies out there that make really good quality stuff. I just prefer these and like these quite a bit. That being said, the rifle will hold SR-25 magazines, 5.56 magazines, AK magazines, and the pistol, these are the shorter ones, so they'll hold full-size and subcompact pistol magazines. So pretty much just a whole plethora of options. If you get on their website, you can get MOLLE attachments, belt attachments, paddle attachments, any way you want to basically install this, you can. And I have these on the MOLLE, and I have one that's a stackable that's on the rifle. And that's the good thing about, again, with this belt, is I have MOLLE attachments. I know that's really loud for you guys. So I have the MOLLE attachments, so you can see they're not here, and everything else is on basically like a belt, and I still have no issues using the Velcro to basically secure everything. But that is my belt setup, and that's how I run this. And the reason why the why for this, this is very similar to my duty belt and how it's set up. That way I stay consistent in competitions and in duty. But I keep my magazines at my hip side because that's where I reload from, and I'm used to reloading from there. So I'm consistent there, just the same as my gun is at my 3 o'clock side, because my duty holster has a gun on 3 o'clock side. So I'm consistent with my draw stroke there. I always have a medical kit on me because I know just because I can make holes, I need to know how to plug holes as well. All right, dump pouch to be able to store my partial magazines, and the monkey tails for weapons retention. So there's a little bit of a why behind it and how I run my gear. So if you're going to attend a class, you can try to mimic this. If you want to run one of these are not required to be in the class. It's just giving you an option to have when attending the class, if it's kind of what you're looking for or what you're wanting to do. So that being said, just stay after the video. I'll post our Facebook page and our Instagram page. That way you can look us up, and hopefully we'll be able to get everything linked to where I got this stuff. Here's the deal. Links change, and a lot of times the links will go bad, but I can at least look up and see where I got some of this stuff at. Most of it's directly from the manufacturer. Safariland holster, I order straight from Safariland. The G-Code pouches are straight from G-Code. Blue Alpha belt, straight from Blue Alpha Gear. My dump pouch came from a store here, a local store up in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, Meridian Ordnance. I got that from a good guy named Mike Owen. And like I said, the first aid supplies all came from mymedic.com, and this IFAC med pouch actually came from Amazon, and I just looked up IFAC med pouch and found one that I liked. And this, I may end up changing this. I don't dislike it, but there's a couple things I don't like about it. But that's the thing with gear too, guys. You have to understand that you got to dial in what works for you, and what works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. And you kind of got to figure out what is going to be your go-to. Okay, but I appreciate you guys joining us today, And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, and we could talk about it. You guys have a great day.